Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. This game in Houston marks the start of a homestand for the Rockets.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
I think it's always that way when these guys get together. The fans and the players are jacked up. Even the vendors are ramped up, talking stuff. It's a special matchup for sure.
Good on the shot. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now, here is Robinson. Goes back up. It's deflected. Giannis inside. He gets it in there.
Good luck against Giannis in the paint. Get out of the way is probably your best option.
Thompson up top. Down low. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek Freak. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Robinson misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And when healthy, Murray is a force to be reckoned with, because he can go get baskets against tough defense, and he can also make plays for others.
Pass to Thompson. In the corner, it's Robinson. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Nails the baby hook.
And the formula is simple for these guys. Get Robinson the ball near the hoop and watch the Admiral operate.
And the layup's good off the glass. He has 6.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly failing.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. Trailing by 4. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Count that one. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Cam Whitmore. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. Drives to the hoop. It's tipped. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Look out! And he jams it with authority.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Rockets making the shot.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Allen. That three off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Outside Hero. Count that bucket. 12 points for him. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Both teams will make substitutions. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Halliburton. He has yet to score. Here's Robinson. The Mavericks pull it in. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Daniels. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Back to Halliburton. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
The reach, the athleticism, the timing, no surprise, Giannis swatted that one away.
Buries the long-range jumper.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Robinson to the middle. Here's Mobo. Back to Whitmore. The Rockets with another miss. Mavericks leading by 11. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. In for the Mavericks. Lively.
11 seconds left to play here in the first. They set the screen. Durant in the corner. Off target from outside. And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Banchero looking around. It's stolen. And now here comes Daniel, leading the break. And finished off by Lively.
Love the dunk from Lively, not just settling for the layup.
Rockets trail by 13. In the corner, it's Whitmore. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Back to Daniels. To the wing on the left. Outside, KD. Dallas, no good that time either.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. And Banchero, here we go. And finished off by Banchero.
There's the speed. Banchero has it, but doesn't always show it. That time he did.
Nobody near Allen. Offline with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA, thanks. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 14. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The Rockets again can't hit. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul.
Over in the corner, Shepard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't connect from short range.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
A 3-ball. The Rockets with another miss. Mavericks leading by 14. Allen for 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
It's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Lets it go with the 3. David Robinson with the rebound.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Thompson misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The wide open look for Durant. Misses the 3. Rockets trailed by 14. It's stolen by Allen. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. There's the drive. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Boy, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
Here's Thompson, and he converts the layup.
Nice job there by Thompson. He's got the length and lift off the floor to do it just like that.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Mavericks leading by 12. Pass to Daniels. .41 seconds left in the second quarter. Driving the lane.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Off the inbound. Thompson with the rebound. Here's Whitmore. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Inside, Robinson. Outside for Murray. Another shot. Mavericks with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Poke loose. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Mavericks lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Mavericks leading by 8. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
Robinson down low. And finished off by Robinson.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Daniels, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Houston. 6-point game. On the wing, Daniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Mavericks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. The first free throw is good. Dallas making a switch here. Both free throws good from Daniels. And here is Murray. He's got 5. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Teardrop shot. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it.
Nice D by Lively there. He can block shots both at the rim and out away from the basket.
Back to Allen. On the wing, Daniels. And they pick up 2. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Mavericks making a switch here. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Now here's Murray. Pass to Whitmore. Murray looking around. It's good. He's got 7.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Yes, that goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Murray, good.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
And it's Whitmore missing. Mavericks leading by 12. It's rebounded by David Robinson. Robinson on the wing.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Robinson down low. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. Dallas leading by 12. Kicks it out to Allen. Robinson pulls it in.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing is falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Giannis right side. Pass to Daniels. And David Robinson pulls it down. It's trailed by 10. And court watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Halliburton. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Mavericks leading by 10. Pass to Daniels. Allen with the ball. Now Daniels. 7 points in the game. Three-pointer. The Rockets pull it in.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Dallas calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Dallas making a switch here. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Allen shot is off. It's trailed by 10. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Off target from three-point range.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Here's Daniels. Up and in on the layup. Daniels has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, and then flips it in.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Daniels. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Dallas enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Houston. Down by 12. Pass to Robinson. in off the glass. Robinson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. It's trailed by 10. Pass to Robinson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. To the paint. Here's Lively.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Yep, that one goes in there. Lobo's got his first 2 points of the night.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Here's Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that. They've come into the second half with a renewed focus at the offensive end. Put in a lot of work and effort into it. Let's see if they can sustain it.
With some arc, and the layup is good. 24 points for him.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. Dallas leading by 12. Just a little under 2.5 minutes of pass now here in the fourth.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
And finished off by Banchero.
Banchero just attacking the rim. Going up over the defense that time.
To the inside. To the right side. Pass to Allen. And the shot goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He knows every possession is critical now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. Now, Coach really laid into them. He said, we're too loose with it. Tighten it up. These turnovers are going to cost us if we keep giving the ball away. We're better than this. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. From downtown.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
And the rejection by Giannis. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Whitmore. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 14. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
First team foul.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Deep 2 from Murray. The Rockets with another miss. On the wing, Daniels. Shoots the 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Mavericks leading by 17. And the layup falls. 28 points for him.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Mavericks.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really well-rounded game, makes shots pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
And he's good on the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Inside. Stolen by Robinson. Thompson inside the line. That one drops for him. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Back to Daniels.
And probably coming out of the game anyway. I think we're officially into garbage time.
And you hate to have a player foul out, but their depth could be an asset here, helping them weather his absence.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Daniels. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Houston Rockets. 19-point game.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Can't hit from in close. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And he makes both free throws.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
And he dunks it down.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Pass to Daniels. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer.